You've made your New Year's resolutions. You're starting to beat yourself up a little because you're cracking. All of a sudden, you want the sugar, you want the desserts, because it's normal. So I like to renovate recipes and make it that they're a little bit more guilt-free. So I'm renovating a big favorite, chocolate cake. You can have your chocolate cake. Okay, you will not believe how a few simple changes make all the difference in the world in your waistline and very little difference, if any, with the taste. So I have rules. They're called Three's the Charm rules. Number one rule is cut the fat in half. Start with cutting the fat in half. You can experiment. I have done it so many times that I now have gone all the way to where I've cut the fat to probably like an eighth. So usually chocolate cake has about 2 sticks of butter. I'm using 2 tablespoons of either canola or vegetable oil, okay? I've made this wheat, egg, and dairy-free. You don't have to. This is oat flour. You could use just wheat flour, but this is oat flour, so this is also gluten-free. Oats are also very healthy, good for your heart, good fiber, so it's just good to put in when you can, and you won't notice a difference, okay? You need your cocoa powder, because it's a chocolate cake, so get good quality, dark cocoa. Water, I've experimented, when you take out all that fat, or you take out, milk and liquid, you need to replace it. But the water doesn't water it down, it just makes it moist. I don't use white sugar, use raw sugar, unless if you're making a really delicate cake, can't get the raw sugar out, hold on. If you're making a really delicate cake, like a lemon or a souffle or something, then you need to use the white sugar. But in places where you won't really notice it, things that are a little more coarse, like a muffin or a chocolate cake, it's totally fine to use the raw sugar, which is not white, it's not bleached, it's not chemically treated, like white flour, white pasta, etc. You need a little salt. You always need salt, because salt brings out the sweetness. And then here's your baking soda. Okay, so you're gonna mix all this together, and then use parchment paper or spray non-stick loaf pan, all right? Then we're gonna pour this all into here, okay. Whatever, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be my pretend kitchen, all right? Later on TV, this will all look perfect, okay? All right, pretend that's all gone in there. Okay, this will end up being your finished product. And I'm gonna have some of you taste it, because you cannot believe how good this tastes, okay? You can make these into cupcakes. You can make it into any size cake you want. You can make it into a birthday cake, a round cake. But I want to make a peanut butter glaze, because you need some sort of a fun icing that's decadent. So I use an all-natural, no-sugar peanut butter. So start off with don't buy, if it has a lot of ingredients that aren't just peanuts and salt, it's not for you, okay? I add more of the cocoa powder here, so you have all the same things from the original recipe. More vanilla. I hope I said vanilla before. Soy milk here. Raw sugar, again with the nonsense with the raw sugar. And this is your oil, a little bit of oil, okay? There's your peanut butter glaze. So easy. You could use a mixer, but you really can get this together on your own. It comes out a little darker. Don't think you've made a mistake. It looks almost like a chocolate glaze, so you can call it a chocolate peanut butter glaze. And this is it. And then you can ice your cupcakes with it. You can spread it on. So this whole thing is low-fat, wheat, egg, and dairy-free. A traditional piece of chocolate cake, a normal slice, has 350 calories per piece and 16 grams of fat. That's not even that terrible. You can have a couple of bites and not binge. But our renovated cake has 123 calories per slice and only 2.5 grams of fat. That's a difference of 227 calories and no difference in taste. I think this one's more moist and better.